You feel completely alone. It is a heavy, quiet ache settling deep in your chest. You are sitting right next to them on the couch. The television is playing loudly. Neither of you is actually watching it. You ask a simple, harmless question about their day. They give you a flat, one-word answer. Their eyes never leave their phone screen. The silence in the room is not peaceful. It is incredibly heavy. It is that particular, suffocating quiet, filling a space when two people stop trying. You just exist in the same room. Your mind starts racing instantly. Why does this keep happening? Am I asking for too much? Do they even care anymore? Is this just what long-term love feels like now? Am I the problem? The relationship did not get harder because your love faded. It got harder because your safety did. Honestly, you are not failing at love. This is not a sign that you chose the wrong person. Every couple that has ever loved each other has stood exactly where you are standing. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why pulling back is the most powerful thing you can do. You will learn how to do it without playing toxic games. You will finally break the cycle and invite real connection back. Let us get into it. Most couples believe that when a partner pulls away, the solution is to try harder. They think they need to communicate more, ask more questions, or demand answers to fix the disconnect. But the real truth is, when safety leaves a relationship, the love does not disappear. It goes underground. Your partner's nervous system is reading you before their mind can catch up. When you chase them, their nervous system reads it as pure pressure, making them feel even more withdrawn. She feels like she is losing him. He feels like he is suffocating. They feel completely stuck. What looks like cold stonewalling is usually someone who has been so overwhelmed for so long that silence is the only protection they have left. This is not fundamental incompatibility. It is the anxious avoidance cycle playing out between two people who both actually want the exact same thing. Trying harder without changing the emotional tone just makes a disconnected partner pull further away. When you understand this, you stop fighting the symptom. You start healing the root. Let us talk about the power of strategic stillness. Most couples fall into the trap of filling every silent moment with anxious energy. They text repeatedly. They ask what is wrong over and over. They try to force a conversation before the other person is ready. But beneath the surface, your nervous system is screaming for regulation. When you stop chasing, you stop triggering their defense mechanisms. Their nervous system quietly registers that the pressure is finally gone, and his brain is quietly registering that she actually gave him space this time. Here is what that looks like in real life. The disconnecting version is sending a wall of texts when they go quiet, asking why they are ignoring you. The connecting version is putting your phone down, taking a deep breath, and going for a walk to regulate your own body. And here is what changes everything. When you do that, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having to say a word. Here is the part no one talks about when it comes to the art of the emotional pivot. Most couples believe that if their partner is distant, they need to match that distance with coldness or anger. They think ignoring them back will teach them a lesson, but it just makes both of you less emotionally available. But real ignoring is not about punishment. It is about redirecting your own energy. Your emotional history makes this pattern so hard to see. You feel rejected, so you put up a shield. But beneath the surface, they are feeling the exact same rejection. When you pivot your focus back to your own life, you break the cycle of mutual resentment. For example, the disconnecting version is giving them the silent treatment and slamming cabinets when they come home. The connecting version is greeting them politely, then happily diving into your own hobby or calling a friend. And when you do that, your partner stops feeling like a problem to manage and starts feeling like a person to come home to. This is where it gets really interesting with the nervous system reset. Most couples think that repairing a disconnect requires a massive, hours-long sit-down talk. They believe they need to hash out every single detail of the argument. But here is what nobody explains about avoidant attachment. Their nervous system is like a smoke detector. It cannot tell the difference between your partner raising their voice and actual danger. It sounds the alarm regardless. When you force a deep emotional conversation while they are triggered, you are just pouring gasoline on a fire. The disconnecting version is cornering them in the kitchen and demanding they process their feelings right this second. The connecting version is saying, "I can see we are both overwhelmed. Let us take an hour and come back to this," allowing something in her to say that she does not have to perform right now and can just exist. And when you do that, that is the shift that turns a relationship that feels like a negotiation into one that feels like a refuge. And here is what changes everything about the micro moments of turning toward. Most couples wait for the grand gestures to feel connected again. They wait for the big apology or the romantic date night to fix the drift. But intimacy is not built in the big moments. It is built in the 30-second ones, when you choose to look up. Emotional distance in a relationship is not like a wall. It is like scar tissue that forms slowly over 100 small moments that never got repaired. When you ignore the urge to fix the big picture and just focus on tiny bids for connection, you bypass their avoidant triggers entirely. The disconnecting version is ignoring them all day and then expecting a perfect evening to erase the tension. The connecting version is simply making eye contact and smiling when they walk into the room, asking if they want coffee. And when you do that, the unspoken longing between you starts to fade into a quiet, steady presence. Finally, we have to talk about the identity shift of secure detachment. Most couples believe that letting go of the anxiety means you do not care about the relationship anymore. They think secure detachment means checking out emotionally, not louder conversations, not more compromising, not scheduling a weekly check-in, but two people who actually feel safe enough to be honest with each other for the first time in years. This is not a communication hack. This is just what two emotionally mature people naturally do. It is not about playing games. It is about knowing your own worth. When you practice secure detachment, you are no longer outsourcing your emotional regulation to your partner. You become the anchor for your own nervous system. The disconnecting version is obsessing over their every move and mood, letting their silence dictate your entire day. The connecting version is thinking, "I love them, but I am completely fine either way," and actually meaning it, while what is moving through them is the realization that they forgot how good it feels to just breathe together. And when you do that, you stop reacting and start responding, and your partner will feel the difference before you have even said a word. This is not a checklist for fixing a broken partner. It is an invitation to show up differently. That changes everything about what is possible between you and the person you chose. When you internalize this, you become the kind of partner who leads with safety instead of fear. These are not just tips for a better relationship. They are the beginning of becoming the kind of partner you always wanted someone to be for you. Real intimacy does not start when you find the right person. It starts when you decide to become one.